Hey everyone. Well, I'm doing a video. It's a follow-up video of my Easyrider video I did not so long ago because it was wrong. I had wrong information in there. And there I said we couldn't blame Bandit or Keith Ball, it's Bandit, because we didn't know who posted it. We didn't know if it was a disgruntled employee or a editor decided to go through. Well, it turns out, yes, we can blame him. We can blame Bandit, Keith Ball, to about this because he's the one who did post it. He is the ultimate. Everything goes to him and he approves everything. He is 100% in charge. He approves it. So, yeah, we can blame him. And how do I know this? Because sorry, if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking straight at my screen and my camera part is over here. So yeah, I was surfing, I was going through Facebook. I very rarely post on Facebook anymore. And I came across this post from a friend of mine who worked under him, who did some editing for him here and there. And I was like, okay, what's this? And I read it, found out this person edits for him every once in a while and noticed his writing style and outed him and basically said, this is him, guys. This is Keith Vanderball is Renegade. He has not denied it. He is Renegade. I made a few posts, a few comments on the post, and lo and behold, I've been talking to another person who worked there and has come out against all this and basically has blown the whistle on it. Yeah, I have seen this person has sent me a lot of things, has posted a lot of things. So everything's on Facebook. So if you know who this person is, you can go find it. Stuff that I have read and seen is on this person's page. A little bit of, very little of it is in my chat. Let me see with this other person. Okay, nope. Okay. So has basically told me that Keith Vanderball is Renegade. He did post this. He has the 100% authority, control. Stories go to him. He posts them. He approves them. So when I'm talking to this person, it says, yeah, Keith is responsible for all posts I've written for him for years. Every single thing on BikerNet and Easyrider is sent to his email, and then he posts it or hands it to his web guy in India to post. There's no big office and people it goes through, just Keith and his computer. Then, since then, we have found out he wrote it. Then posted it in two places. Then edited it. When people started saying, this is sick, he changed it from had my way with her to could have had my way with her. Then his editor-in-chief has been telling subscribers it was Keith writing to his son. Meanwhile, Keith messages a buddy of this person, and it was Renegade arguing with his son because his son called him a pedo in real life. Renegade is Bandit. Bandit wrote it. This is from the cert I got was from Easyrider. Before we delete your subscription, please be advised that the piece you are speaking about did not appear in Easyriders magazine. Keith Paul was responding to a missive to his son on BikerNet. Keith pulled the piece immediately once he had found out that people were taking it seriously. Please give Easyrider another shot. We do not condone pedophilia in any way, in any form, and never have. Bullshit. Another insert I got was, I'm writing you because you were the only one who has written me, ask me whatever. That woman started to attack my staff, so it wasn't about the story. She's just nuts, mad at me, and attacking. We are seeking legal advice. It's too bad I did a lot to help her and when she was down. Regarding the story, it has been taken completely out of context. Here's why it was written. This buddy of mine, Renegade, Keith Bandit Ball, was having a problem with his son. His son accused him of sleeping with his mom when she was underage. It was bullshit, so Renegade made up that wild story to point out what a jackass his son was becoming. It was an intentional exaggeration. That's why it started out. Y'all got it wrong. I'm sorry for the situation, but it was Broad. But that Broad asked me or anyone else. Okay. That was on a rewrite. Y'all got it wrong. That was a rewrite. I think. Maybe not. But, yeah. Renegade is Keith Bandit Ball. He wrote it saying that it was a friend or somebody. No, it was him. Telling his son about his mom. Yeah, okay, you're pedophile freak. Yeah. Here's me warning him. Soon as I saw it, he let me quit over that story and didn't actually delete it like 4 hours later. So Wayfarer outed me as mother and then posted a pedophile story about fucking a 13-year-old from elementary school. Did you approve all that? If so, I'm going to have to walk away from all this. I can't be a part of something that prints stories about fucking little kids from elementary school. That shit is going to have you listed like Jeffrey Epstein. Which Bandit replies, goodbye, I'm done. The other person says, yeah, you are. So that's an omission. He wrote it. If he didn't write it, he'd be fighting to keep this person. No, he wrote it. He wrote it. He posted it. Then they all have lied about Easyriders and BikerNet not being connected. They are. All the writers on BikerNet were brought on to Easyriders when he bought it, and we all know it. Most of us were Easy back in the day at some point or other. It's all connected and twisted up like wisteria tree. And who talks about raping little girls to their son? It's all too creepy and weird. It is. You don't talk about that shit. Nope. Why is my eyes over here? But yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, and then telling my friend, who Keith does not know that his son thinks he is a Como is why he wrote it. Well, gee, maybe you are. You rape a 13-year-old when you're 23. Yeah, you're a chomo. Then it's we're talking about our ages and stuff. Bandit's son is in his 50s, about the same age as me. She goes, too damn Epstein-y weird. And the worst thing is, the damn feds already always licking their lips for a way to get us. He created basically an Epstein situation when he posted this because he put a target on every biker connected to him, Easy or BikerNet in any way. So that's also including the organizations that he goes on about. That, you know, your biker rights and clubs. Yeah, these people are now targets, right? Right? Anything happens, people are going to look at these people and go, hey, they supported Easyrider and BikerNet. They support Keith Bandit Baldwin. We know he did this. Yeah, not a smart thing, is it? It says in the story, the little girl's a redhead. He has written about redheads and his whole life. He's obsessed. He has 5 wives and has called all of them redheads. None, not their names. There's 81 pages of stories about redheads on BikerNet. Too creepy and close to real life. Okay. If you take into consideration he has the entire history and everything ever of Easyrider in his shop, the biggest porn collection in America probably, and it connects to all of us somewhere over the years. Even him founding A-Bait is all over the internet. Okay, so he's connected to A-Bait. We'll get to that too. Person says, pretty sure it's really a confession. I believe it. I can't prove that part when he was I can't prove that part, but when he was 23, he was working and living in North Long Beach. He was in California. I heard another YouTuber make a reference to Keith Bandit Ball and how nice of a guy he was when he was hanging around back in the 70s with this person. He was riding a chopper. Then we're talking about some other things, not to the story. The National Council of Clubs voted unanimously to denounce him and Easyriders, and so as other organizations. At the time we were talking, it wasn't public, but now it is. Talking about other things. They're saying Keith won't answer calls. They're trying to get a hold of him. They get a statement. He won't answer calls. They're trying to give him an opportunity to confess or whatever. But he's pushed it to the point they're going to proceed without talking to him. Basically a pussy. He's still trying to claim it's taken out of context. Yeah, I don't think so. I have the insert here on my phone of what it's talking about, what it says. threatens to talk to a lawyer. Whistleblower protection, by the way. Um, we're talking about chickens and stuff, so. Now we move ahead to NCOM. On this person's Facebook page, there's conversations between this person and Keith Bandit Ball. The other person I know who occasionally wrote and edited for him, knows his writing style, knew it was him, called them out on it, and he didn't deny it. Basically said it was him. Let me bring that up for you as soon as I find it here. Things run a little slow on my phone. Sorry about that. And when you go back to look something up, it gets buried. Okay. This was his and only his doing. It was a very disturbing article, to say the least. What kind of mind creates and posts kiddie porn? It has been proven that although he used an alias to write it, it is in fact his own article. I knew it was the moment I read it. He's got a very unique writing style and incorporates many truths into his stories, and vice versa, many fantasies into his truths. The title alone, An Outlaw's Confession, I believe to be the truth. I firmly believe this entire article may be truthful, and that's worse in my opinion. The great majority of it is true, which proves on its own accord that Bandit did write it. Hear that? Bandit did write it. It recalls his own younger years in detail. This all happened after his real-life son accused him of being a pedophile. This article is his answer to the accusation. I've walked away silently and given so-and-so my full support. All this person has done is shared facts and the truth. All he has done is publish blame away from himself and create a lie after lie after lie to cover his own butt. Okay, you get the gist of that. Now, let me get back to this other. Okay. So, okay, you get all that. He wrote it. Keith Bandit Ball is Renegade. He did write it. Now you get to him saying that I'm trying to find this again. That now you've got Keith donating to this arc, right? Since people have been denouncing him, don't want nothing to do with him, says, since the motorcycle rights arena no longer needs our support, you mean they no longer dealing with your bullshit? They want nothing to do with you because of your story, and you're saying no longer needs our support? No, you posted a story that you wrote, and yeah, that's why. So they're shifting to their helping kids. Agent Zebra is writing their first story. ARC helps kids. Association for the Recovery of Children. Okay. He said they made a $500 donation, and there are discussions how we can help in any way. Well, ARC has come out and made a statement. We do not know who Keith Bandeball is. We don't have any connections with him. We have no membership. We have no employees. We have no volunteers named Keith. This is all simply untrue. Please send us any information you have about him. They're also going to say we cannot find any references in our searches online of a Keith Bandeball mentioning the Association for the Recovery of Children, ARC. If you can send us any link or screenshots, thank you so much for sending this to us. We have nothing to do with this Keith Ball person, nor do we even know who he is until you brought this to our attention. We are taking action, and hopefully this website post will be brought down in the next few days or two. It is completely false. I have notified the founder of ARC immediately, and he is taking action now. So ARC doesn't even know who he is. They want nothing to do with him, and they started looking into him. They want nothing to do with him. Absolutely nothing. Now you've got ARC, who says that ARC was recently notified by one of our followers on social media that Keith Bandeball, the owner of Easyrider magazine, is claiming on his website that he or Agent Zebra bought his way into a relationship with ARC for $500 donation. We want nothing to do with his money, and ARC has refused his donation already. Keith Ball has, without our permission, extracted content from our website to build out his call to action. We have no legal paperwork with this person, no MOU, and no contracts for partnership. What is disturbing about this allegation is that Keith Ball published a fantasy story called Confessions of an Outlaw about child exploration, stalking, rape, and pedophilia. The Motorcycle Rider Foundation, Law Tigers, Motorcycle Lawyers, and National Coalition of Clubs have all denounced him, and now he is throwing our organization on the same website that published the fantasy story. I want to make this very clear to our supporters. We do not know Keith Ball. We do not have a relationship with him. We're Easyriders. We intend to make sure he is held accountable for the fullest extent of the law. Our organizations and our attorneys interpret this as an attack on our mission to save children from exploitation. It will not be tolerated. Now you've got the NCLC saying they don't want nothing to do with him. The National Coalition of Clubs, representing the interests of motorcycle clubs and thousands of other members nationwide, is shocked and appalled in recent actions taken by the mutual ownership of Easyriders magazine and BikerNet. On February 10th, 2026, BikerNet published a story called Confessions of an Outlaw, which essentially glorifies the exploits of pedophilia and the sexual abuse of a minor. And they go on and on and on. MRF, let me get that up here for you, has also made let's see if I can find it here. A statement, and they. Oh, I don't want to log in. I don't know why it logged me out, but it did. Well, anyways, MRF put out, the officers of the Motorcycle Riders Foundation have concluded that recent editorial decisions made by the management of BikerNet and Easyriders publications conflict with the mission and core values of the MRF. We have formally requested these publications cease all references to the Motorcycle Riders Foundation, the independent motorcycle aftermarket, and the Motorcycle Riders Foundation Awareness and Education. So, yeah, MRF has denounced him. NCOM has denounced him. Get back to where I was at. A-Bait, a lot of A-Baits are denouncing him, want nothing to do with him. Although A-Bait of Minnesota hasn't said nothing yet. I'm kind of wondering about that. But he's also putting down bikers too. I know you have an affection for one percenters. I can't see where they contributed to our lifestyle. Maybe someday you can bring me up to speed. I was one. It was the darkest time of our life. All the best. That's the kind of the nicest one. Basically calls them all trash, filthy. You get the picture. He's putting motorcyclists down. Even though he hung out with the one percenters way back in the day, and he still did. He doesn't think too much of us people, and yet we're supporting his magazine. Yeah, I don't think so. Not anymore. So, yeah, I will mention that I do have a statement from A-Bait of Texas. I will mention that you could go watch Hollywood on Insane Throttle. He's got a few videos up about this. The first one he's done has the whistleblower and Keith Bandit Ball, where he's supporting Keith Bandit Ball, giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him that, because I did too. I'll say that. But after the whistleblower spoke, he still supported Keith Bandit Ball. Not a smart man. Not too smart there. Then he made another video about the whole ARC situation. And then he falls flat on his face because he didn't wait. Because the next day he posted the retraction of them not wanting to do with Keith Bandit Ball. Meanwhile, I had this before he did, but I didn't post it until now. Because I've been waiting for stuff. I wanted to do this right. So, Hollywood, if you ever watch this, dude, I think you're a great reporter. You get stuff out there. You get the news out there. You're great. I like that. All right. I no longer really watch you. I saw this come across. I watched it. Otherwise, I don't watch you. I don't really care for you. I don't really like you. I just don't. But you're a good reporter. I give you that. Give you props. Want to talk stories? We'll talk stories. Whatever. But I will say you are a good-hearted person. I can say that because we did talk about a few things. You do actually care. Yes. But when it came to this, you fell on your face because in the second and third video, you didn't put the second and third video together when you should have. You fell on your face. But other than that, you're a great reporter. I like you on that. The past history, I can't watch you. No, I won't. Something like that, yeah, but otherwise I just don't watch you. But you're a great reporter. I give you that. With that being said, you guys, I read you most of what I got. There's some stuff I didn't read. It's on the person's page on Facebook. It's out there. It's public. I didn't read the excerpt. Oh, I should read the excerpt. So, here you go. You got it all wrong. Kathy was 13 and I was 23. I would fly to her elementary school on my metal flake chopper where all the girls fought to climb on board. Kathy, the redhead, clawed through the mayhem up the chromed sissy bar and the fish-tip pipes, fired a salvo forcing the other ways, fired the others away. We jammed into Hollywood where she worked the long nights away, stripping at the nastiest glitter gangster clubs on Sunset. Moved by her polished brass pole vibrations, I basically says took her into the dark alley and had his way with her. You can find that excerpt on Hollywood's webpage, his website. He's also said he was married at the time. Yeah, you fucking pedophile. Yeah, there's so many things running in through my head at this moment about this guy. I want nothing to do with him. I don't want anything to do with Easyriders anymore. They sell it? Yeah, I will support Easyrider to I'll support him, but no. I ain't gonna support a pedophile. No. So there you go, guys. I read most of what I got. I mentioned what I've got. It's out there. Keith Vanderbilt is Renegade. He wrote it. He published it. It's all him, guys. And if you still support, if you choose to support Easyrider and BikerNet, that's you. If you want to support Easyrider, that's on you. I can't do it. No, I just can't. So there you go. Make your own decision. Choice is yours. I told you what I got. It's Keith Vanderbilt. He's Renegade. There you go. The pedophile himself. Have a good night, y'all.